it's Emiko with HTV, and I'm sitting here with my good buddy and Hammond Brother Brian Charette. We're in Madison Park today in beautiful New York City.
Love it.
Love it.
And the city's so hip they named it twice.
Oy.
Sorry.
Such an old joke.
How can I not?
So, I am here because Brian has a wonderful new album release, and not just one, but five music videos coming out, and it's so hot, the FDNY is coming after you, man. And one of the things that we want to talk about today, Brian, is your usage of marrying Hammond organ with electronic elements, and how this is gonna affect and push Hammond into music of tomorrow.
Well, Hammond organ is the backbone of everything I'm doing musically at this point. You have all the bases covered. You have the bass, if you're playing bass like I am.
Right.
You have the pedals, so I can take my hands off and do the electronics while the bass is still going in my feet. And I love the power of a Hammond organ. I mean, I played piano when I was a kid, but there's nothing like stepping on that pedal and letting that mother scream, you know.
Now you use two Hammonds. So in the video preview that Brian sent me, it was Hammond squared. You used a B3.
So I have a real. It's actually an A100.
Ah, okay.
That's my favorite recording organ. It's in Michael Brorby's studio in Brooklyn. And I have my Hammond SK2, which I kind of use I use a lot of the extra sounds. I use the disk drive in the back to play some of my crazy circuit bent samples.
Right.
So I'm kind of squeezing all the juice out of it, you know. I even will put a second sound. I've downloaded all the libraries of sounds from the websites, which are actually really handy. And I have on one of the videos that we'll do next, I kind of set the delay all the way up, and I just put the pad on, and it just sustains forever. So I've been using it that way, where I will trap a pad with the delay, and it just keeps sounding as I play an analog synthesizer over the top. So even when I have a Hammond B3, I'm using the SK as like a very powerful workstation kind of keyboard.
I think it's brilliant that you just referred to our SK series as a workstation.
Yeah, that's what it is. Especially if you're using the disk drive and the effects. And I split the keyboard. Sometimes I'll have, instead of, you know, most people use it where they're playing the bass on the left hand, I will split it so it's two synthesizer sounds.
Fantastic.
And that coupled with the disk drive, if I have samples on that I play and turn off with the effects, it's like 3 keyboards on a one manual SK1.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a lot of juice out of it, you know.
Fantastic.
And I've been working with it a lot. That's because I live in New York. I don't have a car.
Right.
It's not really realistic for me to have a huge portable rig. So like a 2 manual or a huge amp, because I have to take a cab to gigs. I don't even have a car.
Right.
So this keyboard is the backbone of my setup, and I have a mini Korg on the top for the analog sounds. I have a sampler pedal, and I use the flash drive in the back to play a lot of my pads and samples. I will loop pads or do like 5 minutes of a pad from the software that we were talking about, pads, and I'll put it in the back and start it as I'm playing a solo on the SK1. I'll have the pads queuing in the back on the disk drive.
Fantastic. And how much setup time is that for you?
It's very fast.
It's very fast, and you find that the SKs make it really easy.
Yeah, because I save in the favorites, and there's 8 favorites, right?
Favorites, yeah.
So I have all of my setup in the favorites. I'll have a regular organ with a kind of Oberheim patch from the library on the website that I put on there.
Right.
I'll have one with all the electric pianos. I have 3 separate patches with, I'll have like a sawtooth wave, a square wave, and it's called, there's another synth sound that's kind of Herbie-esque, all from the library on the website.
Yeah.
And I have some of those with the ring modulator effect. So that is like endless possibilities of sounds.
Right.
You know, I use the celeste sound for some weird stuff. I use the piano with the pad.
Right.
There's another library that has like Toto synth brass hits that I use a lot.
Yep.
I even sometimes, you know, the big band sound that plays chords?
Yes.
I'll use that to play some wild solos. because it harmonizes with the bass line and makes all of this unusual harmony, you know.
Well, this is great because it's really showing, I think, your new album and also your performances are showing that Hammond is the legendary namesake instrument as it is, as
and
it's known.
And plus.
Right,
yeah.
and on top of that, it's
Yeah.
all of these other phenomenal
Yeah.
things, and you're using pretty much everything
And
that's
these
in there.
libraries, like we were talking about the Wurlitzer sounds, they're just as good as any Wurlitzer sounds there are.
If not better, in some cases.
All of the sounds
Yeah.
are excellent.
So tell everybody what the album is called and when it's going to be released.
The album is called Kürrent. It's
Spell it.
K-U-R-R-E-N-T. It's going to be available iTunes and my website. It's going to be easy to find. It's going to be all over social media when it comes out. June 19th, we have our release at 8:30 at Rockwood 2.
in New York City.
196 Allen Street in New York City. And I think it's going to be my biggest show of my life, to be honest with you. I've never rehearsed more for a show than for this one. Like, we've been working on this music for about 6 months.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell everybody your website.
BrianCharette.com.
Charette with the
BrianCharette.com.
Awesome. Brian, thanks for being with us
My
on
pleasure.
HTV.
My pleasure.
Stay tuned for more artist interviews, behind the scenes, goodies, and product reviews on HTV. Everybody subscribe. See y'all soon.